This World Cup just keeps getting better. South Africa beat Australia for the first time in a World Cup to reach a final once again. They lost the World Cup final last year to Australia, so you can only imagine the nerves at the semi-final last night. But this South African side has established a whole new mindset in this campaign. They have redefined what it means to be a true South African champion side. I say South African and I don't specify South African women's national side because this team today has the chance to do what no other senior South African side have been able to achieve so far, win a World Cup. They came close last year before falling to the strongest side in women's cricket today, Australia. And why is this win over this Australian side that much more special? They beat the most dominant side in women's cricket and this World Cup. Sure, they didn't have Meg Lannon anymore, and yes, Alice Healy got injured during the tournament, but this Talia McGrath-led Aussie side was just as mean and confident as any you could encounter. No wonder after that win, the emotional scenes alone were enough to make you realize how big this moment was for these women. Let's first look at the semi-final battle. South Africa did what they always do best, strike in the power play. They stifled the Australian lineup at the start, not letting some of their best score as freely as they could. Marizanne Kapp, how can we talk of South Africa cricket and not mention her? Leading the charge with the ball and the bat through this entire campaign, a star all-rounder, but imagine South Africa getting across that finish line without having to use her services with the bat. That total of 130 plus was not going to be a very intimidating one to defend. But South Africa followed that act by staying solid in their response with the bat. Laura Woolward led the way, playing a captain's knock, but it was not just her. Giving the skipper company was a player South Africa continued to persist with despite so many failures, continued to back at the all-important number 3 slot despite only managing to score a little over 100 runs in this entire tournament. I'm including the knock last night. Annika Bosch could have been under a lot of pressure walking into bat in a final. You're chasing as well, and that can be so much more pressure because what this team is battling is not just their own stories and their struggles to get this far and their individual challenges, but they're fighting history of South Africa choking when it comes to knockouts, the narrative that their male counterparts set and had to bear. But trust Annika Bosch to not just stay the course but do better. She destroyed her opponents and guided her team with an unbeaten 74. That's the difference in this South African side, that mental strength to make every game count. Whether it was Annika Bosch overcoming her demons or Sinalo Jafta, their wicketkeeper, getting emotional as she spoke about how she overcame an alcohol addiction to now be a part of a team that is learning to rise to the occasion. You see the two sides that faced each other last night. One, a well-oiled machine that knows how to win, made up of strong, successful and confident women, and the other team had women from different parts of a spectrum, whether it is pertaining to race or the socio-economic background, from the most humble beginnings, all coming together to try and do something special. Because winning a World Cup is not easy. Everyone wants it. So to get your hands on it, you have to be the best. Ask the entire country and their male cricketers in particular. No wonder the support just kept pouring in after that win. You see some of the names in that list that you just saw, the tweets that came up, A.B. de Villiers, Graham Smith. Of course, so did Faf du Plessis. He put up his accolades as well. These are star cricketers that have represented South Africa who do not have a World Cup to their name. Imagine all of them cheering on this particular team. So maybe it's apt to wrap this up in South Africa's inspirational, calm leader, Laura Woolwart's words. She was brave enough to choose to bowl first and bat. People don't do that in a knockout situation, definitely not South Africa. And she said after that match, tune in to watch. There could be something very special happening for a lot of South Africans to celebrate in the days to come. That's what they'd be hoping for.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election. Explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained. Every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.